Welcome back, you guys. We have another Kevin Samuels reaction video. Before we get started, go ahead, give me a quick thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's just jump right into this video.
So, single or non? Do you want to be married?
Absolutely.
Okay. Any children?
I do not have children.
All right. So, were mom and dad married?
They were.
All right. So, who's helping you figure all this out?
You.
Me? Really?
You, my dad, my aunt, my grandma.
Okay. Are you in a serious relationship with anyone?
No, not at the moment.
When was your last serious relationship?
I want to say, what are we in? 21. Last one was in like 2019, and it was short-lived.
What's your longest relationship?
Like a year and a half.
Why such short relationships?
I'm an artist. Why you gotta shake your head? I'm an artist.
Creatives.
Yeah, creatives. But really, I've been in pursuing my entertainment career since I was like 14, well, really like 13 years old. So
What do you mean your entertainment career? And what?
I'm an artist. I'm a singer, songwriter, performer.
So that's your first love.
That's my first love.
So you don't have room for a husband.
Why do you say that?
Just based on your life.
Oh my God, you're making me gag. Why do you say that I don't have space for a husband? I have felt like that before, but I think the older I get, the more I realize that I don't want to be married to my career.
Yeah, but do you have the skills to do anything else?
Absolutely.
Really? Where's that been proven in your life?
I think it's been proven in the sense that I've been a caretaker. I mean, I've been pursuing music. No,
to a man. See, if you're trying to interview to be a wife, I'm going to ask you what's your relationship experience, and you don't have much.
That's true.
So,
I've had a lot of situationships, not a lot of relationships.
So you're unqualified to be a wife.
You think so? Just because you haven't had a lot of relationships?
Well, were you raised to be a wife?
I don't think I was technically raised to be a wife.
So any woman that says that I've been focusing on my career, following my passion, whatever, is a woman that raises a red flag to most men. You're number one in your world.
I could see why that.
He's absolutely right when he says that she's number one in her world, because this is how men think. When you approach a man and tell him that you're ready to be in a relationship, they're going to want to know what background you have, what happened with your previous relationships. You have to be prepared when you say that you want to have a serious relationship or you want to pursue marriage. You have to think of your relationship history as a resume. That's a good point.
See, sadly, and I'm gonna say something, this may sting a little bit. Sadly, far too many artists fail at becoming successful, then they think marriage is a backup. Men aren't backup plans. Men are prime.
Oh my God, Kevin. He's low-key saying, oh, so you failed in your music career, now you want to look for a husband?
Men are primary options to deserve your best.
Absolutely.
Can you honestly say that you have given the men in your life your best?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So the last relationship you were in, the year and a half, who ended it?
Actually, it was both of us.
It was not freaking mutual.
Everybody loves to say their relationship breakup was mutual.
Okay, first it was him, then we got back together.
Why did he end it?
You're gonna get me. Because we were both very young, but I was very much focused on my career at the time.
Right, you said how long ago was this relationship?
My most serious relationship, this was
you said a year and a half.
Yeah, that was years ago.
Right, so everything I said has been accurate.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that
That means it is what it is. You're unfit for what you want.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that, and that is why I have been taking the time to really work on myself on that side of my life.
With
because
whom?
you're right, I haven't
With
put
whom?
a lot of thought
With whom?
into it until
Whom? With whom? With whom? Who are you working with?
Well, I have been in therapy, but not
Okay.
for relationship stuff specifically. But I do feel like
Are
being
you
in
still in
therapy has made
therapy?
me think. I'm sorry.
Are you still in therapy?
Absolutely.
How long you been in therapy?
I've been in. Well, I haven't been in this year. Last year and the year before. So about 2 years I was in therapy before I had
But
to
you're
go on
not. You
a
said you're
hiatus.
still in therapy, so you're not in therapy.
Well, I had to take a break because of insurance issues.
Break up.
Why is she lying? She just said she was in therapy. So, which is it? You either in therapy or you not in therapy. You said you're working on yourself. Let's
That's not what you just said. You said you're still in therapy. You're not.
Well,
That's just, ma'am. It's just no, ma'am. No, there's no, ma'am. No. Words mean things.
Yes, words do mean things. He's absolutely right, because I have the same reaction. Why are you telling this man that you're in therapy? And then all of a sudden, oh, well, I haven't been in therapy for the past 6 months. Okay, so you're not really in therapy. Why did you say that? Tell the truth now.
It's almost June. And you said you're in therapy, you're implying that this is still ongoing. It turns out you haven't been in there all year.
Yeah,
okay.
It's been a while.
So you're not in therapy. You just want to see. I'm concerned how casually women lie these days.
Well, I wasn't lying intentionally.
It wasn't intentional or not. It was not factual. You know you ain't been to therapy in 2021, so that means I'm not in therapy. And you know if I'm not in therapy, no.
So now she's saying she's been in touch with a therapist. He's absolutely right. Women lie too casually. If a man asks you going into a relationship, how many people have you slept with? We lie. We don't like to tell the truth. Why? Why can't you just answer the question because you feel like you're being put on the spot, or you feel like it's going to change that person's perspective of you? Just tell the truth. That's it. And then he won't have to call you out.
I'm not playing these games. This is another part of the reason why women are so unfit for relationships. Y'all play slick and loose with words. Words are used to express reality, not create reality. Far too many.
Ooh, I couldn't have said that better myself. Words are used to express reality, not create reality. That's a hard truth that women don't want to hear. We like to make ourselves look good. And any question that's going to maybe put us in a bad light, we don't want to answer it. For example, she said she was working on herself. That made her look good. But when it came to backing that up with proof, now all of a sudden she's backtracking and she's saying that she's not really in therapy. So if you can't be honest with yourself, ma'am, who are you going to be honest with? If you can't be honest with somebody who's trying to help you find a man, who can you be honest with?
Many women use words to create reality. You're sitting here trying to play reality games in front of everybody. What man wants to deal with that?
I have been in therapy for an extended period of time. In 2021, I stopped.
I know that now because I've had to peel back the onion. But what I'm saying, in a normal interaction, you would have given the wrong information to somebody. My point is, ma'am, therapy or no, the fitness to be inside of a relationship, you need to be coming to the table to bring something. Women like you come and take stuff. What is a man going to get from you outside of sex?
Well, one thing that I've learned being around a lot of men is that they don't always get heard. They're not always listened to. And they're not always nurtured in the way that women naturally.
What was the question I asked you?
the question that you asked me is that what I would be given to
Mhm.
a man.
Right.
So I'm getting to that is the nurturing aspect and the
Okay, so she did hear what he was saying. She was working on her answer and he interrupted her. Sometimes when he does that, I feel like it's a double standard. He don't want people to interrupt him, but she's trying to get to her point and explain what she's bringing into the relationship.
being able to be a listener and actually take what I'm hearing and apply it. Like, I think that's something that a lot of young women my age
Where did you
lack.
learn this skill?
That's a good skill to have. What she's talking about is a good skill to have. Being able to listen and take criticism, take instruction, take information that's given to you and being able to apply it, that's a skill that not everybody has.
I learned this skill from, I think,
How long have you had this skill, should I say?
I think I've always kind of had that skill, like as far as being
lean forward
adaptable.
lean forward a little bit.
Lean forward.
Let me go ahead. Yeah. See, if you had that skill to listen and respond and apply, your first boyfriend or one you were with for a year and some change wouldn't have said you were too focused on your career. Because I'm
I was
quite sure.
much younger.
No, but you said you've had this.
Then.
You said you've had this skill for a while.
You did say that.
I was a lot younger.
No. You guys just saw what just happened, right? I asked her how long you've been aware of this, and I asked you how long you've been. I've had this for a while. That implies you should have had it then, and it didn't work then.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I learned since then. Absolutely.
That's not what you said.
Okay, I see what he's getting at. She's not saying what she means. And it comes off as deceitful. It comes off as she hasn't even owned the truth. So how can you take her at her word? Because after you dig a little deeper, you're finding out that what she said and what she meant are two different things. Say what you mean what you say.
Yeah. This is not what you said.
Well, I'm correcting myself. Since then, after
creating
learn
reality.
No.
That's a reality stone. Creating reality with words.
No.
Okay, you let the comment section tell you.
I mean, they can say that, but
I'm telling you, ma'am. I'm telling you how I'm experiencing you right now.
She's kind of trying to explain herself away rather than really letting what Kevin's saying sink in. She's kind of trying to explain herself away instead, and that's not helpful. If somebody's trying to give you constructive criticism, you need to open up your ears, close your mouth, and really let it sink in to understand where they are coming from. Don't listen to respond. Actually listen to learn.
That you're trying to create reality with words. And I'm asking you very straightforward questions, and you contradicted yourself multiple times in your life.
When you ma'am,
listen. I'm just reflecting back what I'm getting from you. I'm mirroring you. And what you're getting is conflicted, confused answers.
Commercial.
I'm being very direct. I know exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying. You're creating reality. Just like you created reality that you're still in therapy, and you're not. Just because you're in touch with a therapist doesn't mean you're in therapy.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that's a chaotic mind.
Oh, I absolutely have a chaotic mind.
Okay, and that means you're unfit for peace. Men want peace. No, men want peace.
I disagree that that's
okay. You can.
His words of choice aren't always the best. You telling somebody that they're unfit for peace comes off as aggressive. It comes off as an attack on my character. She's saying, yes, I'm chaotic. And he's saying, well, that means you're unfit for peace, that you're unfit for a relationship. That's a mean way to put it. But what he's trying to say is, if you don't have peace within yourself, how are you going to bring peace into a relationship? And I get that 100%. But that's not how he's presenting it to her. And that's why there's a little bit of a That's why there's gonna be a little bit of friction between him and this girl calling in, because the way he gives it is not the way they're gonna receive it.
Disagree, but what is your men want cooperation and peace.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay.
But I don't think that you can I don't think that disqualifies you from being capable of having peace or creating a peaceful environment. Because that's the point of me going to therapy, because I know that I grew up in a chaotic environment.
You don't think that disqualifies you from creating a peaceful environment, having a chaotic mind?
Absolutely not, because there's something called meditation. You learn how to
and
calm
what you're
your
saying,
mind down.
right. And what you're saying is a man should put all his chips and bet on you as a wife that you got that ability.
Well, right now, where I am in my life, maybe not. But
okay, when
as
you gonna
I
be
learn
ready? When you gonna be ready?
to evolve,
When you gonna
absolutely.
be ready? When you gonna be ready?
That's a good question. I gave myself until my birthday, which is in October.
Really? So
Yes.
you're not in therapy right now. You're not in any kind of coaching or self-improvement, just watching YouTube.
She gave herself to her birthday, but she just said she's not in therapy. Let me just see what happens.
I actually am getting coaching.
With who? Or how
I'm
long?
in coaching
How long?
with
How long?
business marketing.
Okay, but that ain't got you to do. But see, creating reality. We're talking about relationships, and you're talking about business.
But all of
Listen,
that, all
stop.
of that goes
No.
together.
See, as he's saying things, I'm thinking them. She's talking about business marketing coaching. What's that got to do with relationships? Like, you working on how to make yourself a better business-minded person, but what's that got to do with you being ready for a relationship? Can you explain that to me?
Oh, absolutely French toast not.
Really?
Creating reality. You cannot make this shit up. Creating reality. You
So
said
can I ask you a
listen. You said you gave yourself until October, and you're not doing a mother flipping thing about it. You're not in therapy. You're in business marketing training or coaching. That's your priority. Like I said, your business, your passion is your business. You're unfit, and you're not doing the damn thing about it. So you just think by October, it's going to fix itself. Wrong.
No.
This is why you guys need to ask thorough questions.
She does think that that's what's going to happen. She thinks her birthday is going to come, and then all of a sudden she's going to be ready for a relationship. She can't be serious.
The women and get them to answer. Ask the question 3 levels deep. Ma'am, I've only asked you direct questions. Are you doing anything today that's improving your interpersonal romantic relationship skills?
I believe
What are you doing?
I am. That's what I'm trying to explain.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I think that me working on myself as a person.
How are you working on yourself?
When I'm developing a brand or a business, I'm actually having to ask myself questions about who I am and what I want for myself and what I want for my future. Those things all are going to contribute to the people around me.
You don't get. No, it doesn't. And that's the sad part. See, this is I'm gonna say something that may sting a little. This is
right.
lazy.
She doesn't get it.
I disagree, though.
I don't care if you disagree.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
You can disagree, but I will tell you, this is a lazy approach.
Instead of saying I disagree, though, she could ask him what he means by she's being lazy. Instead of getting defensive, just ask him what he means. What is he trying to say? Gain understanding.
Approach.
So what exactly is this about?
Listen. You're not doing a mother flipping thing about interpersonal relationships. And you're trying to say, because I'm getting some business coaching, that these are transferable skills. Well, that's the same thing when people come through the door and have a conversation with me saying, I'm doing great in my life, in my professional life, but I suck in my personal life, because those skills don't map over. But see, women have been allowed to be lazy, thinking, well, I'll just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll put my money into business coaching, and just through osmosis, or it'll all translate. I'll be a better wife or a girlfriend because I'm learning brand building and marketing. French toast out of here.
I do have a question, though.
Well, no. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said?
I did. You said that it's not transferable skills. So I understand. But I do have a question for you. So what would you recommend to some women like me who is willing to listen and to learn and to grow, but maybe I don't know what to do?
See, now that's a valid question. For her to say, what would you recommend? That shows that, okay, she's acknowledging that she doesn't have the skill set. She doesn't know what she should be doing. She's acknowledging that and asking from a man's perspective, what should I be doing? I can dig it.
Because even though my parents were married, most of the women in my family are not, or they have, you know, whatever situation they have, like they're always the
What's
alpha.
your question? What's your question?
The question is, what would you recommend then? Like if I'm not supposed to be doing business marketing or doing self, you know, help things or personal development, what would I need to be doing? Because I thought that doing work on yourself is supposed to make you a better person.
No, you're doing work.
relationship.
No,
To
doing
get
work.
into a relationship, you have to be a
Jesus
whole
Christ,
person.
Jesus Christ, H Christ. This is how far we've gone. This is why so many women think because they go to school and get a goddamn PhD that makes them fit for a relationship. It doesn't.
That's true. I agree with you on that. It don't qualify.
So the first thing you need is self-awareness to recognize how bad off it is.
That's true.
You don't think it's as bad as it is for you.
Oh no, I know I'm in the danger zone.
No. Every question I've asked you, you've underestimated or downplayed or overestimated. You've not been accurate in estimation of anything tonight.
I disagree, but okay.
Yeah, she has underestimated and downplayed every question that he asked. They always tell you the first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem. And she got to admit that she answered with half truths, and it wasn't until he started digging a little further that he found out that she wasn't really being honest. And if you are not being honest going into a relationship, you're liable to make the same mistakes that you made in the past. She said that she's learned from her past, but has she really, if she can't even acknowledge the truth?
I do. Honestly.
Of course she disagrees. Of course. She's staying true to herself.
I disagree, but okay. I do. Honestly.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.